Hey friends, this is Wendy with Canon Plan, and I'm so excited to be joining you guys today. We are at the end of another month, which means it is time for the planning for a new month. I will be using the month with notes or the month on one page insert from Tool 12 to get myself set up for the month. So let's take a look at what that looks like and let's get started. So along with this layout in here, I will be also using the Create, Organize, and Plan kit called No Road is Long with Good Company. It's based on road trips. And I think it's going to be so much fun to do for July because July is actually conference month for Tool 12, and I will actually be traveling on a road trip on the month through the month of July to get to a conference in Troy, Ohio, which is where our conference is located. If you want more information about grabbing that kit, please hop over to the comments and check out, or not the comments, but the description of the video. There is a link to the COP kit there. So I'm going to be using the sticker sheets and the washi tape from this kit to help decorate. I've gone ahead and grabbed a couple of different pen variations so that you guys can kind of see what I'm using for pens. I have Triplus fine line or Triplus fine liners, Staedtler Triplus fine liners, Zig markers, Hohuhu markers. I don't have any Stampin' Write markers. I usually do, but I just didn't grab any this time. And I am loving this new journal sticker sheet with these chameleons. They're adorable. And then this is the sticker sheet. I've already started using it, but it comes with the kit itself. So let's hop in and do the things. I'm also going to be using a long stencil. We have a couple of the stencils on the website as well for you to be able to use. And we're just going to get started. So I'm going to start with washi tape. That's usually the best place for me to start, is because I like to kind of frame out my page with the washi tape. That just makes it more fun for me because I like to plan when there's lots of color, and I'm more likely to plan better when my planner is fun to look at. There are many people who are very much black and white people in their writing, with their journaling or their planning and pen to paper. If that is your style, fantastic. You can still get some ideas of how to do your setup here, even if you are just a pen and paper kind of person. So I'm going to go ahead and just run this through here really quickly, get myself set up and all the things. I cannot see comments, so if you're commenting, I apologize because it is not letting me see the things for the live for comments. So I'm just going to check and see if I can get that to come up here. Let's turn that off. And then I don't normally go live on my YouTube channel, so that's very interesting. It's just something I thought I'd try this time because why not? So here we go. I've got the washi tape on. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start filling out these boxes. I do a little bit of changing to the box layout when I am creating my page, because I need to use them a little bit differently for the business aspect. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this layout to be the 3 boxes together. So I'm going to start with 3, taking the column of the first 3 boxes and making them all into one box. And what I do with this box as a direct seller and a leader of a direct sales team is I track my level 1s that are qualified for the month. And this is just a great way for me to keep up with them, see who is working their business for the month, who might be struggling, and who I might be able to help out. And so one of the things I like to do as well is always keep a Kleenex handy to clean off the edge of my stencil. That keeps it from smearing and smudging as I am working with it. So I'm just going to color in this box. We're going to fill in the boxes as we go. But that's the first major change that I do. We're just going to go through and set up the rest of them. The rest of them are all the same except for this box down here at the bottom. So I'm just going to go ahead and set these up how I plan to use them for the month of July. Can you believe that we are already halfway through 2024 when we get started on July 1st, which is just crazy to me for sure. So I'm going to get this box colored in. Some of the other things that you might be able to track using this kind of layout is content planning. If you are in direct sales and you do content planning, you can definitely use this strategy for that. You can use this to track events that you might be doing with your business. You can use this to track maybe your team, kind of like I do. You can use it to track your personal sales. You can also use this if you are not in direct sales. I have a lot of people who use this to track their bills over the course of the month, which is great. So for financial planning purposes, you can use this to track maybe conversations that you have for follow-up with your customers. If you do different kinds of follow-up with them, maybe you can track ordering purposes. Now, I have never set mine up like this. That does not mean that you can't use them for that purpose, but I'm sure that there are a ton of other ways that you can use to set up this insert. I'm going to do this green. I'm trying to make sure that I get all of the colors in my stash here, so I have to like move them around and see what I have left. I'm going to do another green. Now, the majority of these colors came from this adorable chameleon, right? He's beautiful greens, blues, and pinks. And I just wanted to really highlight that, even though some of the papers that come in this kit are they're more rustic, which I love as well. It kind of reminds me of fall, but it's more deserty type color, landscape, mountain type things that are in the kit, which is absolutely gorgeous. So definitely go check those out on the website. And I just realized I didn't color my boxes. So now I got to get my pens out to color my boxes. So there's one. And we'll get the pink. And the orange color. I love the orange. It kind of matches that. This is kind of some of the colors. So you can see a little bit right here. This is like a mountain scenery. And that kind of reminds me a little bit of that mountain scenery right there. All right. We're going to do the last green that I have. We're going to do on this box. And then I have a light blue. We're going to do that on this box. So let's go ahead and fill these in. I do have one more strip of washi tape that I want to put on here, which we're going to do on this box, but I'll show you how I'm going to do that in just a second. So lots of things that you can do for different kind of tracking purposes for this particular layout. I really wish that I could see comments as I was going. Okay, I think I got it. All right. And then we're going to color this. Okay, the last thing that I'm going to do is this box right here. And what I like to do for that box is I like to cover up these things. I don't necessarily use the monthly wrap up how it's intended, which these have little social media icons in it. So again, you can put plenty if you choose. But one thing that I like to do before I put washi tape down or stickers is I like to cover up the original writing. And the reason why I do that is some washi tape is really light and you can see through it if you don't. So that's why I like to choose to cover them up with a little bit of washi tape first, or a little white at first. And then when I put my washi tape down, you can't see the writing. Use the washi tape. So I'm going to use my light blue. And then add some boxes here. This isn't one that we can just trace around. I actually add some separate boxes on here. I'm going to show you how I do that. So I'm going to start from the top. And of course, this one's pretty self-explanatory because that line is already there. But I use the boxes and I make sure that the stencil is lined up with the lines across from the boxes to create so that we have a box that looks similar to all the other ones, except for it's a little bit more defined because instead of like outlining each one of these side, so it just makes it more fun. I am using a double tip marker, so I could have turned it around to make it not so wide, but what's the fun in that, friends? What's the fun in that? So, there we go. So that gets us our layout. Now what we're going to want to do is go back through and highlight what the meaning of those was. So I'm going to use my Stedler fine liners or triple fine liners to do this part. But I'm actually going to just pick one color. I'm going to go with the blue. I could go with the green, but I feel like there's a lot of green on here. There's a lot of blue too. So I could have done a number of things. But we're going to use these four colors on the other side as well. All right, so on our labels, I'm just going to write level 1 because this is where I'm tracking my level 1 friends. This is new heroes. New heroes are new to my level 1s, people that I bring into Tula 12. Events, some of the things that I like to track here are workshops, vendor events, things like that. And then I've got leaders, and this is my qualified leaders. And then rank qualifications. This one I'm going to fill out right now because this one has 5,000 LV, which I only have completed because once you complete the 5,000 LV with lifetime volume, you always have it. I need 150 in basic PV, 10,000 in team volume. And then these last two, this one is midway through in group volume. And then this is always the goal for my team. Then we have current rank. Most direct sales companies, you start over each month with your current rank. So I'm going to focus in as well. So brand leader, and then we have senior brand leader. After that, we have brand director, and then senior brand director. And then the last thing, which is my level, is executive brand director. But I have to work towards that like everybody else. And then the last column over here is the volume. And I don't actually put a title here. I you got this because it's a great reminder. I am working with weeks to hit the levels every single month. So we have 4 paid levels. We start at 250. That's everybody gets paid at a 25% discount or commission, but then each increment you go up, you get a bonus. So this one's a 2% bonus. This one's a 4% bonus. This is a bonus, and then if you reach the 2,000 level each month, that's a 10% bonus. And then I always like to add these on here. These are my stretch goals every single month. So that is what that person looks like to get that filled out. Now, in the past, I've used numbers to number stickers to fill them out, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to go ahead and just fill them in with a marker. I'm going to start with, we're going to go with green this time. And we're starting on July 1st. So I'm just going to go through and label each of the dates. It takes less time than for me to put all the stickers on, and I thought it would be more beneficial since I'm actually live and not cutting out some of the content for you to not wait all the stickers on because that takes a very long time. It takes a hot minute even when I'm making the video and recording it and putting it on here, so I figured that probably isn't something you want me to do. 7, 8, 29, 30, 31. All right. So the next thing that I like to do is get the information on the calendar. So here, I'm just going to show you guys kind of what we did last time. I did 4 different colors. I had 2 of the activities, the plan and places for my group, and personal. So I have these 4 markers. We are going to use these to help us get things on the calendar. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my stencils so that I have a nice crisp box. And we are going to call this one Tula 12 activities. Oops, I forgot the letter. That's fine. The next thing I'm going to add on here is my team, which is the Harmony Group. We've got company, team, and then this is Harmony Heroes. That is the team that I'm the leader of. Then I have a membership group. So I'm going to go ahead and add the membership group on here as well because they have their own separate calendar. And those friends are called. And the last thing, and yes, I do put this on my work calendar, but I put my personal appointments on here as well, just to make sure that I'm not covering over anything that I have that is personal for our team. All right, I have a couple of things going on this week right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and add this to the Tula 12 activity. And starts for me on the 21st and actually goes to the 28th for me. Our Tula 12 conference is the 26th and 27th. I have leader retreat, director, all the things. So this for me is Tula 12 conference, and it is the whole week. I just check out the whole week because I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be hanging out with my buds. We're going to be doing the things. And then I'm going to go ahead and just fill in. I'm going to do the Tula 12 activities with you guys because I know this for sure because I have a calendar for that from home office. I'm going to fill those in. All the rest of that comes for my company or for my team, and the personal and all that stuff comes a little bit later. I just want to get these on here while I have the opportunity. So we have a new release coming out at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have shout outs. So that's ambassador shout outs from the company. We have non-attendance information, and that's like conference information for those that are not attending conference. Payday is the 10th, and we have a fun activity coming here. We're actually doing Christmas in July. This is last chance for conference tickets. We have a COP announcement. So we find out about COP here. And then the COP release happens here at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then we have payday. So we get paid twice on the 10th and the 25th. And then we have a sale here, which has to do with the whips and of course conference. And then this one is for those that didn't attend conference. They'll get to find out about our launch. That is what I've got for the calendar for June 12th. So this is kind of what I do every single time that I come in and put together my plan for the month. I will go through and add some other dates. I'll probably add some stickers and those kinds of things on there. If you want to see what this looks like when I get all finished with it, make sure that you pop over to my business page. I will be sharing not only the link, but the layout of what that looks like so that you guys can kind of see the finished product once I get all of the things on there. But you can kind of see how I go through each month and set out my plan for the month that has to do with my business. Thank you guys for joining me. My joy, my passion is to help direct sellers to build goals, to create, to develop habits. Sorry, and manage their tasks. And I am so happy and excited to be able to do that every single month, every single day. And I look forward to hanging out with you. If you found this information helpful, please feel free to share it out. And I will see you guys all next time.